Today on Smacky's Garage, we're going to be replacing the Bendix on this starter for my 1969 Mustang. I have the transmission out, so it's a great time to do this. I've noticed that there's some chips on this starter's gear teeth, so we're going to replace them. Nice simple project, should be pretty straightforward, so let's jump over to the bench, get this swapped over. Now if you're following along, I have the transmission out of my 1969 Mustang. The 3/4 syncro was shot, the clips on either side were broken, and because of that, it wasn't shifting well into fourth gear, but now I have the transmission ready to go back in, so good time to take the starter out, inspect the gears, replace what needs to be replaced. So this is a starter from a 1969 Mustang. It is heavy. It's actually an original Motorcraft starter too. I think it's out of a D2, so it's a 72. This is a replacement Motorcraft part, and when we look at the gear on this, we can see that the gear is clearly damaged and it does need to be replaced. So with this, we're going to go ahead and take this apart, see if we're going to replace that, then get everything back together. So we're going to take out the 2 bolts on the back side, right here. You know they're going to be 3/8 pin because back in this day, you had SAE bolts and not a lot of metric on these cars. 1 bolt. 2 bolts. Ooh, that came off pretty quick and pretty easy. All right, now with that front piece off, we can see we have this here, which we are going to be replacing, and the parts that go with it. So it looks pretty straightforward, I would say. The Bendix here that we're going to replace, it has this clip on it that's holding it in place. This spins. There is a spring that's going to go here that keeps this down, holds it in place, and then when this is electrified, this jumps out. So what we're going to do is take off this clip and then just replace this here. Should be simple enough, as long as I can get this clip off. But these are the tough ones. They're not fully in place. They're like halfway across. Okay, now with that off, I can just go ahead and should be able to just pull this out. I'm going to remove this pin here. I'm going to remove this pin. Hopefully, allows me to pull this all the way off. It does. All right, so that's off. I have this pin here, took it out of the side right here, which is where this was attached. Then we're going to get the next one ready. This is the original instructions that came with it. So it shows you exactly where to place the grease, how to reassemble it, and then put it back together. So use some grease from whenever this was made. I grease that shaft up again. And then with that there, we're going to go ahead and put the new one in. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick visual inspection. You can see they look pretty much identical in design. Let's go ahead and slide the new one on. Then we'll get this ready. I'll put the pin back in. Move it a few times, and we're ready to get the C-clip back in and the right washers and everything back into place. Okay, so now we just need to get this clip back on. So I'm probably going to reuse the one that I took off just because it's still in good condition. It is a little bit bent, but that's okay. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and put this back on. Washer. Spring goes here. I made sure that pin's in the right location. I'm going to just drop this back on. Then I need to make sure that this piece here catches right here, so this stays in the right location. I'm going to hold this together and get my screws in. And there we go. We're all back together. Let's go ahead and give this a little power and test it out. Now the way that I bench test it is I actually put the nut on the post up there, put the negative on the chassis here, that red is on the post on that nut, and then the battery over here is connected to. To start it, I attached the negative to the negative terminal there on the battery. The reason why you don't want to do it over here is because when you touch it, you're going to create some sparks, there's going to be an arcing, and you could damage your threads. Now that's the way that I bench test it. Don't take that as a do-it-yourself, it's just the way that I do it. Okay, so the starter's back together. As you saw, everything checked out fine on it, so it can go back into the car and I can get the transmission in. Thanks for tuning in this week to Smackey's Garage. I'll see you next time.